In this parody to the James Bond movies, From Beijing with Love brings all the comedic elements that is trademark Stephen Chow. The movie starts with soldiers opening a red container carrying the only intact skull of a T-Rex, but it has been stolen. Fun fact, this film came out after Jurassic Park. The military sends one of their best agents to retrieve the skull. He ambushes the thieves using his guerrilla tactics to deal with the superior numbers. He quickly takes out all the bad guys, or so he thought. Knockoff Iron Man confronts the agent. He fires multiple heavy rounds, but it does no damage, barely scratching the enemy, who pulls out a golden gun. The agent runs to escape. He hides behind several steel-reinforced containers to report to his superiors. Iron Man enables his wall hacks and scopes through the walls, one-shotting the agent. Commander Chan is on the phone getting reprimanded for his failure. He vows to get the skull back at the cost of anyone else. He sees old files from 10 years ago that piqued his interest. They're about codename 007, who was on reserve because of his exceptional IQ and body. Commander Chan immediately tells the guards to activate this hidden gem who has been working hard to hone his skills. Our hero Ling Ling Chat, phonically 007 in Cantonese, has been working as a butcher. He is unable to turn down the charms as he drinks his dry martini, stirred not shaken. Poor girl never had a chance. Look at that glistening sweat. She clarifies that he needs to pay his bill for the fun time they had last night. He does so in pork again. She doesn't take the meat and tosses it back. She walks away but can't help herself looking back at 007. 007 gets the code phrase and news of his mission. Excited to finally getting some action, he slices his cutting board. He walks into the headquarters to get the details of his mission to go to Hong Kong and track down the king of smuggling, seeing all the latest spy tech along the way. 007 gets $200 to dress the part and departs to Hong Kong. Commander Chan has a meeting with another commander. They argue about how 007 was not right for the mission. As the other man walks away, he gets killed by Li Hong-kam. Commander Chan brings out the golden gun and torches the body to get rid of all traces. He tells Hyung-kam to ensnare our hero. 007 studies up on his spy compatriots and readies himself for the mission. He arrives in Hong Kong and stays inconspicuous, always looking out for any potential dangers. He checks into the hotel but finds out that it was not what he had thought. The conditions weren't all bad, as the hot water turned on a message appeared to meet in the park with a red rose. 007 meets the goodest of boys. And Hyung-kam was there too. They go back to her place where 007 tries to impress her with his extensive spying skills and technology that leaves her speechless. She asks him what happens if he were to lose his 2 dryers. Simple shoe dryer. Hyung-kam delves into what guns 007 specializes in. He explains that he prefers daggers. He takes aim at Mickey but slightly misplaces his target. Or did he? They go back to discussing guns, but she clearly has ulterior motives. She shows him a silencer, and as he stares down the barrel of the gun, she compliments him. Wish a girl can do that with me, Sag. At the last second, he pulls off the silencer and shows her his gun. He goes and closes the window. Hyung-kam is about to finish her mission. Bang! Fool me once, shame on me, she thought. She goes for it again. Bang! Nicked gun too overpowered. She runs to the toilet to clean up but gets a call on the toilet cam. It's Golden Gun / Commander Chan, giving new order to kill 007 at the King of Smuggling's house to avoid suspicion. Our boy and Hyung Kam goes out to eat next day being all lovey-dovey, with a little foreshadowing. They run into a man that lived in the same neighborhood as 007, but he is just about to pull a jewel heist. The shooters killed many innocent people and take 007 as hostage. We pan back to the dagger from before. 007 slices the robber and flying daggers them in the elevator, leaving the scene shortly after. Hyung Kam is stunned, fearing that she is in over her head. She asks Golden Gun about 007 and his background. He reiterates that her life is his to command. If she didn't work with him, she would be executed. Golden Gun frames 007 as a beast to keep Hyung Kam on her mission. 007 and Hyung Kam shows up at King of Smuggling's house, where a cocktail party is happening. 007 pulls out his gadget, the magic box. After a couple of attempts, he lands gracefully in the party. Always looking out for potential traps, 007 sneaks to listen in the smuggling king's phone call while Hyung Kam is sniping the area. She tells him to go to the piano to give her a clear shot, but he performs a perfect rendition, and she hesitates. A maiden in pink steps up to praise our boy's talents and give him a smooch on the cheek. All of a sudden, Jaws shows up in the background, ripping up an electrical pole. The maiden turns her gun on 007. He fends her off with daggers while Hyung Kam is trying to snipe him from above. 007 misunderstands the situation, thinking there were other shooter. The smuggling king ends up killed in the process. As 007 reaches out for a flower for Hyung Kam, the girl shoots him multiple times and flees. She is remorseful for betraying 007, but he shows up in her car. They drive back. Hyung Kam removes the bullet from 007's leg and shares a tender moment with him until he figures out that she was the one who shot him. 007 lets her live and goes back to meet Commander Chan. On the pretense of being sent to the hospital, he gets walked to the execution fields as the guards prepare to shoot. As they prepare to sell the skull, the maiden previous in pink and Jaws bring Hyung Kam in as a hostage. The maiden's outfit is clearly optimal for combat. Golden Gun immediately shoots her, but she is aware of his tendency to betray, so she flips to the side of the maiden and Jaws. They turn out to be the special force sent to get the skull back. Golden Gun calmly put on his iron armor and blows everything up his sight. Jaws and the maiden are forced to use their special stances. The maiden goes first, unleashing 2 flamethrowers, but shortly runs out of fuel. All that's left was 2 remnants of the maiden.
No! God, please, no! No!
Jaws joined the action but gets destroyed also. 007 shows up to save Hyung Kam, revealing that he had to bribe the execution squad with cold hard cash. They fight as 007 only uses his butcher's knife, blocking the exploding rounds of Golden Gun. 007, in a moment of desperation, uses hockey to get his knife and delivers the final slice to Golden Gun. The couple go back to rural town and get down to business, working at the butcher shop. 3 minutes is more than enough, am I right, guys? Thanks for watching. Subscribe and like for more.